following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
Hi and good afternoon. This is Glenn Walker talking to you from the Replay Sports Channel studios. We're getting ready to take you out to Pacific Palisades Country Club and final round coverage of PGA 84 Los Angeles Open. We're going to be using Action PC Golf, and I've got to mention, wanted to make sure I made a note of it before we went on the air, that Action PC Golf, if you go to the DK Sports website, last time I checked, the game is available for free. Don't cost nothing, as Bluto said in the famous movie Animal House. Encourage you to download, check out the game. There are a lot of great seasons available. Also, there's the Action PC community website out there that has a lot of great courses available. We're going to be playing the final round at the Pacific Palisades Country Club in our PG 84 replay. We're going to take you out to the course here. Been rather cool, upper 50s. Throughout the weekend. Windy first couple of days. Winds have been calm so far earlier today. And the game's loading. We can give you a look at the leaderboard heading into today's final round. John Mahaffey at 10 under. He sits atop the leaderboard. Moved 6 spots on Saturday with 6 birdies. Jack Renner and Tommy Nakajima were tied for second coming into today's round at 8 under. Nakajima, 4 birdies, had an eagle on the first hole yesterday. Nakajima moved up 11 spots. He will be part of that final pairing with Mahaffey, getting ready to tee off shortly after 1 p.m. Lon Hinkle and George Burns tied for 4th at 7 under. Hinkle yesterday had 5 birdies. And then we got a 7-way tie, or we did have a 7-way tie for 6th place. Fuzzy Zeller, Lee Trevino, and Don Pooley. Fuzzy, who won the final last week in the Hawaiian Open, moved up 13 spots yesterday. 3 birdies and an eagle. And then Paul Azinger, Scott Hoke, Frank Connor, and Gordon Brand Jr. are also in the mix at 6 under. So we will be keeping an eye on the top golfers. Some of the other golfers have already finished their rounds. and we'll talk about some of those notables as we move along. So, again, thank you for joining us. And as we get ready to continue the game, and we'll take you around the course here, Pacific Palisades, 58 degrees, calm winds here at the Los Angeles Open. The top players on the leaderboard finishing up their warm-ups at the driving range or putting. Started the weekend on Thursday. First round, Willie Wood shot a 5 under 66 to start the contest. And we hear a reaction along the fairway here. We'll try to get a report from one of our observers here. And we'll go ahead and take you out to the first hole. And we'll watch Lee Trevino.
Please welcome to the first tee from the United States, Lee Trevino.
And Lee, just a little bit of left side of the fairway there. Par 5, just over 500-yard first hole. Oh, this is going to the right. Golfers are going to have to deal with that out of bounds on the left, so temptation will be to go to the right, but as you can tell, a lot of trees there on the right-hand side. And Trevino with a nice shot. And an attempt at a birdie here for Trevino. And Trevino will move into 3 of the leader. A birdie on his opening hole. PGA tournament beginning its season westward swing. We've been in Tucson, Arizona at the California Classic last month. We were in Phoenix, then back to California or San Diego, and then the Pacific Beach Open, then flew out to Hawaii for the East Honolulu Open, and then back here, we're here for the Los Angeles Open, and then in 2 weeks, the Palm Beach Classic, before heading southeast for some Florida golf. So glad you could join us. Again, make sure to like and subscribe to the Replay Sports channel.
tee from the United States, Frank Connor.
Frank Connor was part of that four-way tie at 7 under at the end of the day on Friday. He starts the day in that pack of golfers at 6 under. He's just going to be just short of the putting area. Gonna turn left. Maybe a little too much to the left there. Connor urging the ball to slow down. Birdie attempt. Get him at 7 under. Nicely done by Frank Connor. So 9 players at 7 under in a tie for 4th. Let's move on over to the second hole and pick up with a pairing of Lee Trevino and Scott Hoke. Par 4, 442-yard hole. Trevino's shot going to the left. Trevino gets over the bunker, and he's just on that first cut of rough there. Chips in, goes past the hole. And Trevino's going to try to save par here. Just under 10 yards away from the hole. So a birdie and a par. And Scott Hoke will remain tied for second. John Mahaffey, Tommy Nakajima going through their final warm-ups in the practice area. As we take you around the course, we'll describe some of the great features and areas of this golf course. Some famous history here, too, to tell you about. Stay here at 2 for Frank Connor. An excellent tee shot right down the middle of the fairway for Connor. And he's going to find the right side, just to the left of the bunker there. Guarded by 3 bunkers. Look, he's going to go 4-iron here. And he sets himself up nicely here for a par. Oh, spins in. So a birdie and a par for Frank Connor. Remains tied for fifth. Going to move on to the third hole. Par 4, 404 yards. Trevino's watching that one anxiously. Looks like it's going to stay on the fairway. Left side. Boy, talk about your first shot. I'm sorry, that was Scott Hoke. Sorry, that was Hoke. That first shot setting up the second. Here's Lee Trevino. And he's going the same direction. And that one will end up in the rough. Huge bunker to get by on that tee shot. The temptation there is to watch that bunker that guards the front right side of the hole. Trevino's away. He'll get a second shot here. Oh, right into the bunker. Hoke has some way to go there. Avoids the bunker. Nicely done. Sets him up for a birdie attempt here. Trevino's got some work to do here on hole number 3. And Trevino looking to save par. Hoke for a birdie attempt to move within 1. And that's going right. Thought he had read that one correctly. Trevino will save par. Remains 3 back of the leader. Hoke looking for par to stay within 2. We'll take you back to the first hole, and we'll watch Fuzzy Zeller, winner of last weekend's tournament in Honolulu.
Welcome to Pacific Palisades Country Club and the Los Angeles Open. Please welcome to the first tee from the United States with 1 win this season, Fuzzy Zoeller.
Fuzzy, 7-way tie for 6 after yesterday. Moved up 13 spots. 3 birdies and an eagle yesterday. First shot landed in front of the cart path. Second shot now. Try to avoid the bunker to the left and the one to the right immediately in front of the pin. Going right. And on the green. Fuzzy acknowledging the assembled crowd here. Great turnout. Organizers very happy with the course, the weather. That always helps. A little bit windy. Temperatures upper 50s. Sun. But great weather. Friday had a little bit of rain, but that cleared away pretty quickly. Fuzzy with an eagle attempt here. Go within 2. Going just to the left. And he'll settle for a birdie. Fuzzy Zeller off to a great start. He moves into that pack at 7 under. Part of the pack hunting John Mahaffey, who's at 10 under. He'll be teeing off in about 20 minutes. Frank Connor at hole number 3. This one's going to the left, but it's going to barely stay on the fairway, probably just inside that cut between the rough and the fairway. Connor's second shot just misses the bunker. Some of the spectators encouraging him on. As Connor with a birdie attempt here on 3. Try to pull within 2. He does. Second birdie of the day for Frank Connor, and Connor is now in a tie for second. We'll take you over to the 4th hole. Scott Hoke to tee off. Par 3, 232 yards. Ooh, that one's to the left, just past the cart path. Hoke shaking his head there. Trevino tees off. He goes right. This one lands on the green, rolls into the rough. So Hoke goes left, Trevino goes right. This is not an easy par 3. Most players here will go 3-iron on the tee shot. We've even seen some this week have gone 3-wood. Hoke with his second shot. Onto the fairway. And he's got a good opportunity for par here. Second shot attempt for Trevino. Chips. Rolls. Encouraging it to go. So is his followers here on hole number 4. And Trevino is going to have to settle for par. First he'll wait for Hoke. Hoke's ball goes to the right. And Hoke's going to have to take a bogey here. So Hoke drops to 7 under. Trevino trying to stay within 3. Holds it in. So Hoke having a little difficulty here on 4. Trevino, third straight par of the final round. Jack Renner and George Burns getting set to tee off at the first hole. We'll take you back to the first hole.
Welcome to Pacific Palisades Country Club and the Los Angeles Open. Please welcome to the first tee from the United States, George Burns.
Burns entered the day tied for 4th at 7 under. Great opening tee shot to the right on the fairway.
Please welcome to the tee from the United States, Jack Renner.
Renner came into the day tied at 8 under. And he stays to the left of the fairway. John Mahaffey and Nakajima pull up to the tee box at number 1 as they watch Renner and Burns play out the first hole. Renner shoots his second shot on the fairway between the 2 bunkers. Burns' second shot. He's going to go right of the bunker and lands on the green. Burns with an early eagle attempt here. Renner tries to get inside of Burns. He's just going to be right on the outer edge of the green here. Renner's away. Birdie attempt, tried to pull within 1. That's going to go right. George Burns for eagle. Oh, and he lips out. George Burns can't believe it. Renner will par the hole, stay within 2 of the leader. Burns, birdie attempt. Gets the birdie. Had an eagle attempt, but will settle for birdie. He is now at 8 under. Part of a group of 5 who are at 8 under. Take you over to hole number 2 and Fuzzy Zeller. Zeller driving for the green. Goes to the left. Just in that first inside cut of rough there. Try to chip this in. And it's going to go right of the hole. Still rolling. Finally comes to a stop. Zeller trying to save par, and he does. Stays within 3. Fuzzy tied for 7th at 7 under. Let's move on ahead to the 4th hole. Frank Connor. Nice tee shot. Gets it to try to get some backspin on it, but it goes on into the rough behind the pin. Chips in, goes by the hole. You'll have to settle for par. So 2 birdies and 2 pars for Frank Connor on this final round Sunday. He stays into that pack tied for 2nd. And let's go to the 5th hole. Lee Trevino, not happy with that shot. Just to the left of the fairway there. Scott Hoke's going to go to the right, and he's into some trees. Oh. Did not like the sound of that one. I think Hoke's in the worse for wear department there. Hoke's just going to get it back out. And he ends up over on the left side of the fairway with Trevino. Trevino driving for the green. Right in the center of the green. Hoke's third shot. Finds the green. What a recovery by Scott Hoke. So both men have some makeable putts here coming up. Trevino for birdie to pull within 2. That one's going to go right. Trevino's talking to himself. He thought he read it the correct way. He's going to putt out here for par. He'll circle around the rim and go in. Trevino will stay 3 back behind the leader Mahaffey, who's yet to tee off. Hoke for par. And just gets inside the hole. So Hoke recovers nicely from the bogey on 4. And he also remains tied at 7 under. Our final pairing coming up to the tee box of the first hole. John Mahaffey and Tommy Nakajima. First hole, par 5, 501 yards.
Pacific Palisades Country Club and the Los Angeles Open. Please welcome to the tee from Japan, Tommy Nakajima.
And Tommy is an example there of how a tee shot can help you set up for birdie. Great tee shot, lays up there in front of the cart path. We've seen a lot of golfers do that this weekend.
Please welcome to the first tee from the United States, John Mahaffey.
Not happy with the shot. It's going left. Left of the fairway. Got to be real careful there. Left side, huge out of bounds there. He's okay where he's at, but you also have that clump of trees ahead of him there. So Mahaffey not doing himself any favors as he comes into the day with a 10 under, sitting on a lead. Mahaffey's second shot avoids the trees and gets on the green. Nakajima, just skips past the bunker. This ball gets just inside Mahaffey's. Both players with an eagle attempt here on hole number 1. Mahaffey is away. He'll shoot first. For eagle and a 4-shot lead. And he may run out of gas here. Yeah, it's going to come short of the hole. Nakajima. And, just to the right. He'll tap in for birdie and pull within 1 of Mahaffey. Mahaffey with a birdie attempt. And is successful. Mahaffey moves up to 11 under. Let's move on to hole number 2. Burns. Tee shot on 2. Burns on the left side of the fairway. Renner straight down the middle of the fairway. Renner's away. He'll shoot his second shot. This one's going to the right. Might be a little short. Yeah, that's going to end up short of the green. Burns swings. And you can tell by the crowd's reaction, Burns is on the green in 2. Renner with an interesting shot here on the fairway. Not far away from the green. Chips. Tries to get it to roll. And the gallery lets him know what a great shot that is. Burns for birdie. Try to pull within 2 of the leader. What a great shot by Burns. 2 birdies in a row to start his round today. And Burns pulls to within a 2-way tie of second with Nakajima. Renner for par. And Renner will hold at 8 under. Back over to 3. Fuzzy Zoeller. That one's on the fairway, but it's going to roll into that first cut of rough. Zeller's second shot. Over the bunker. On the green. Stays on. And Zeller with a birdie opportunity here to pull within 3. Oh, just to the right. Tap in for par, and Fuzzy will remain at 7 under, tied for 6th. You're watching live coverage from the Replay Sports channel of PGA 84. It's the replay of the 1984 PGA season. We're in Los Angeles at the LA Open. Over to 5 and Frank Connor. He's at 8 under. Tee shot to the right side of the fairway. Hardly any wind here today. First 3 days, a lot of wind. Sunny skies, 58 degrees, calm. Connor's second shot. Oh, that's just going to stick right there at the foot of the door of the green. He may have plugged it there. Chip and a roll. And it's going to stop a little short. So Connor for par. And Connor will remain at 8 under. We'll check in at the 6th hole with Scott Hoke and Lee Trevino. Trevino to tee off here at the par 3, 192 yards, 6th hole. This is a 2-tiered green. And you've got that bunker right in the middle of the green there. Scott Hoke to tee off. Oh, and found the bunker right in the middle. Hoke's got some work to do here. But first, Trevino. Putt for birdie. Oh! Hoke punches out of the bunker, and he gets close. Listen to that crowd. Trevino to save par, and he does. Trevino will remain at 7 under. Hoke makes par and stays at 7 under. So it's like, who's going to blink first here? Now we're going to go to hole number 2. Probably the most demanding hole of the course. And our 2 leaders coming into today. Tommy Nakajima navigating that dog leg left out of bounds. So you got the dog leg left out of bounds, and then to the right, it's such a narrow fairway there. Most golfers will either use a long iron or a wood here on the second shot. We'll watch Nakajima as he talks to his caddy. But first, Mahaffey, his tee shot. He's going to end up probably in the same neighborhood as Nakajima. Didn't like it at first, but seems okay with it now. So par 4, 442 yards. Mahaffey to shoot. This one's going to land to the left of the fairway. First cut of rough next to the bunker. Nakajima's second shot. Oh, is this one going to... Oh, just hits the lip of the bunker there on the right side. So Nakajima dealing with his first bit of trouble here in the final round. Punches out. Good recovery. Opportunity to save par here. Mahaffey's third shot. So both players here trying to save par on the second hole. Nakajima knocks it in. Mahaffey to keep that 2-shot lead, and he does. So Mahaffey at 11 under, Nakajima at 9 under. They'll move on to the third hole. George Burns at the third. That one's just to the left of the fairway in the first cut of grass. Jack Renner. Stays on the fairway, just a few feet behind Burns. Renner's second shot. He is on the green in 2. George Burns tied for second. Both golfers with birdie attempts here. Burns to pull within 1. Oh, he's got a chance, but he's going to run out of gas here. Gonna tap it in for par. He'll stay within 2. Renner for birdie can move to within 2. Oh, it's going right. Oh. Renner shaking his head on that one. He'll save par and stay within 3. So Renner and Connor are tied for 4th at 8 under. Head over to 4. Lon Hinkle. First time we've watched him today. He's at 7 under. And, ooh, just rolls off the green to the left-hand side. Fuzzy Zeller. Ball straight on a line and on the green. Fuzzy to pull within 3. And going right. Hinkle for a birdie attempt, tried to pull within 3. The balls are going right. Hinkle will save par. He'll remain in that group of golfers tied at for 6th. Zeller also will stay at 7 under. Over to the 6th hole, Frank Connor at the par 3, 192-yard 6th hole. Back left corner of the green. Opportunity to pull within 2. Get into a tie for 2nd. And that one's going left of the hole. He'll tap in for par. And he'll stay in a group tied for 4th. Moving you around the course here at the Pacific Palisades Country Club. Over to 7. Trevino. Tee shot on the 7th hole. A good position there. Left side of the fairway. Scott Hoke at 7 under. Nicely done by Scott. Trevino's away. He'll hit first. Gets that one just on the green. Hoke is next. And he's going to end up on the back side of the green. It holds on just on the edge of the green there. Trevino for birdie, trying to pull within 3 here. And it's got a chance. Drops in. Trevino tips the cap to the crowd. And Lee Trevino pulls to within a 3-way tie for 4th. Hoke for a birdie. That one's going right. Rolls a little bit past the hole. He's going to have to tip in for par. And he'll stay in that tie for 7th with Hinkle, Levi, Twitty, Watson, and Wood. Speaking of Tom Watson, Watson is at the 11th. Let's watch some Tom Watson. He is paired with Twitty. Par 5, 552 yards. Toughest drive of the course. Watson's second shot. Finding the landing zone on the fairway. Watson's third attempt on the green. It's going to roll back just a little bit. But Watson with an attempt for birdie here. Try to pull within 3 of the leader. Oh. And Watson can't believe it. He's going to tip it in for a par. He's got 3 birdies today, and the rest of them are pars. He's going to stay locked in that group, tied for 8th. Just waiting for somebody to break out here. Take you over to the 3rd hole. Par 4, 404 yards. Tommy Nakajima. The pros will tell you a slight fade off here on the tee shot will help set up your second shot. We mentioned the huge bunker there right front of the green that comes into play. Come away with 4 here. You're doing something really good. So Nakajima's on the left side of the fairway. Here's John Mahaffey. And his shot is right down the middle of the fairway. Mahaffey with the lead. Tournament leader, 11 under. Trying to win his first tournament of the season. Nakajima's second shot gets past the bunker. And he is on the green. Mahaffey. And he finds green. So Mahaffey is away. Birdie attempt. Tried to increase his lead to 3 shots. And it's going to stay to the left of the hole. Nakajima for a birdie. Tried to pull within 1 of Mahaffey. It's got a chance. Oh, just on the edge. He's going to settle for par. What a missed opportunity there. Mahaffey will settle for par. So it's as you were. Mahaffey, 11 under. Nakajima, 9 under. Not much of a change on the leaderboard. Let's move on over to 4. George Burns at 9 under. Tied for second with Nakajima. Nice tee shot here on the 4th hole. Jack Renner at 8 under. And that one's going to find the bunker. Renner punches his way out. Gets it to stick on the green. Still rolling. Finally comes to a stop. Burns for a birdie attempt. Tried to pull within 1 of the leader, Mahaffey. Roland got a chance. Oh. Oh. Renner for par. Got it. Burns for par. So Burns at 9 under, Renner at 8 under. On to the 5th hole. Lon Hinkle. And Hinkle with the nice tee shot. Fuzzy Zeller tees off at 5. Pin location is near the front of the green today. And Zeller just gets on the edge of the green there. Both players at 7 under, trying to move up the leaderboard like they did yesterday. Hinkle onto the green. Zeller's birdie attempt. He'll go first. To the right of the hole. He'll tap in for par, stay at 7 under. Hinkle for birdie. Got a chance, curving, ooh, just missed it. Stays at 7 under. Still a lot of golf to play here. Over to 7, Frank Connor. Just on the right edge of the fairway there. Second shot. And he is on the green. Seeing a lot of players with birdie opportunities, but very few taking advantage of them. Can Connor turn that around here? He does. And we have got a 3-way tie for second as Connor moves into 9 under on his 3rd birdie of the afternoon. Over to 8. Trevino tees off on the par 4 8th. Trevino on the fairway. Scott Hoke. Hoke a little bit further back on the fairway to the right. Trevino, left side of the green, just on that, I'm sorry, Hoke. Second time I've done that, sorry about that. Trevino, and he's also going to be right on the edge of the green. Trevino's chip shot. Gets close. We'll be able to save par here. Hoke chips in for birdie. He's going to be close. Trevino, par, stays at 8 under. Hoke, par, stays at 7 under. Howard Twitty on the 12th. Tom Watson. Twitty's second shot. And he's on the green in 2. Watson's going toward the left. Ooh. Found him some rough over there. Watson's got some work to do. Chips and goes past the hole. Still rolling. Finally comes to a stop. Twitty for a birdie attempt. Try to pull within 2 the leader. And he makes it. 7th birdie of the day for Howard Twitty. 3rd in a row. And he has moved himself up into a tie for 2nd. Watson try to par. And it spins around the lip but goes in. So we're starting to see some movement here on the leaderboard. Let's head over to 16. Willie Wood was the leader after the first round. Had a 5 under 66 on Thursday. Trying to pull within 3 here. It's just a couple of holes left. And he'll remain at 7 under. Take you to the 4th hole. And a tough par 3 facing Tommy Nakajima and John Mahaffey. Nakajima will go first. And he is on the green. Most players will go 3-iron or 3-wood here depending on the wind. Hardly no wind here today. And as you can see, the green is well guarded by the large bunker in front. Hard to tell from our overhead position here, but the green slopes from right to left. Mahaffey, tee shot. And he is on the green. I'm sure both players got a glance at the leaderboard as they walked up to the 4th hole. Nakajima's away. Birdie attempt, tried to pull within 1 of Mahaffey. And that one's going right of the hole. Mahaffey with a birdie attempt. Oh. He'll tap in for par. He'll stay 2 shots ahead. Nakajima for par. He'll remain at 9 under. Over to 5. George Burns. That's going right into the trees. Got a good bounce, though. Jack Renner's tee shot a little bit better. Much better. Burns with some work to do here. And he'll just punch it out, get it on the fairway. Renner's second shot. Just reaches the green. Got a nice bounce, favorable bounce off the edge of the rough, so he's on the green in 2. Burns his second shot. This one's a little further back on the green. Burns for a par attempt. Stay within 2. Oh, just in front of the hole. He'll have to settle for a bogey. And that'll drop him down to tie for 5th. He'll be at 8 under. Runner for a birdie to pull within 2 of the leader. That one's going to stay left. Settle for par. He'll remain at 8 under in that tie with Burns and Trevino. Speaking of Trevino, no, we'll get to him in a moment. Let's move on to the 6th hole. Buzzy Zeller. Oh, that one went a little past the green, and it's in the back bunker. Lon Hinkle's tee shot on the par 3-6. Zeller punches out of the bunker, goes past the hole, gets some backspin, and the ball will come to a dead stop. Hinkle for a birdie, come within 3, and the ball will stay to the left. Zeller trying to save par. He does. He'll remain in a tie for 8th. Hinkle makes par. So Hinkle and Zeller tied at 8 under with Hoke, Watson, and Wood. Over to 8, and Frank Connor sitting at 9 under, and his tee shot finds the right side of the fairway. Second shot ends up right in the middle of the green. Birdie attempt to put him within 1. And he's going to come a few feet short. He'll save par and remain tied for 2nd with Tommy Nakajima and Howard Twitty. Now we can take you to Lee Trevino at the 9th hole. Well executed by Trevino. Scott Hoke. This ball's going to go left, right near that bunker. And just on the rough there, right near the bunker. Trevino's second shot. And he's on the green. And Hoke's not going to make the green. He'll be on some rough there. And Hoke will just reach the green on his 3rd shot. Trying to save par here. And he's going to come up short here. Trevino, birdie attempt. And Trevino will have to settle for par. So Lee Trevino will finish the front 9 at 2 under. He's 8 under for the tournament. Hoke for bogey. Rough front nine for Hoke. He had 2 bogeys, which have now dropped him to a tie for 12th. Over the 13, Howard Twitty's making a move. Acknowledges the crowd. Nice shot, middle of the fairway. Tom Watson. This will manage to just stay on the right side of the fairway. Watson's second shot. Going to miss the green to the left side. Twitty's second attempt. Finds the green. Pin location is toward the back of the green. Twitty with a long putt attempt for birdie. And not going to make it. Watson chipping in. Twitty will try to save par. He does. And hang on to a piece of second. Watson will also par. And Watson and Twitty running out of holes here. And we'll take you over to 17. Willie Wood, part of that tie at 7 under. Longest hole of the course. Requires the golfer to, those first 2 shots are crucial. You got to get 2 long shots on your first 2 swings just to be in a position to really do anything. Going to get a nice spin back here. Set him up nicely for a birdie. So Wood to pull within 3. And he does. So Willie Wood still making some noise as he gets ready to head to the final hole. Over to the 5th hole. Check in on our leaders, John Mahaffey and Tommy Nakajima. Nakajima. He is finding the fairway today. And so is Mr. Mahaffey. Mahaffey is away. Second shot. Nakajima's second shot just short of the green. Nakajima will save par and stay within 2. Mahaffey for birdie. And he'll have to settle for par. He had a birdie on the first hole. He had 6 yesterday. We still have a lot of golf to play here. But he just had the one birdie on the first hole today. On to 6. George Burns. And he did what Fuzzy did earlier. Found that back bunker. That was Tom Renner, sorry. George Burns, he finds the middle bunker. Let's see who's away here. So Renner's away. Over the hole. Burns punches out. And gets close to the pin. Renner for par. Sticks it in. He's par for the day. And Burns saves par. So Burns at 8 under, Renner at 8 under. Seventh hole, Fuzzy Zeller. This one's going into the bunker. Lon Hinkle's tee shot. It's going to curve right and stay in the fairway. Zeller punches out of the bunker. I mean, that ball launched out of there. Hinkle's second shot. Hinkle with a birdie. Second of the day. And moves them into the tie for 5th at 8 under. Zeller, birdie attempt. Oh, just to the right. Settle for par. Zeller now, a tie for 10th at 7 under. Over to 9. Frank Connor going to the left. That'll end up in the rough. Second shot just barely makes the green. Starting to slowly see more birdies here as the afternoon progresses. Connor trying to get on the birdie train here. Gonna stop well short of the hole. Settle for par. And he will remain tied for second. So that's a look of his scorecard after the front 9. 3 birdies in the front 9. He'll head to the back 9. Lee Trevino starting his back 9 at the 10th hole. Navigating those bunkers very nicely. Oh, just gets on the green. A little bit of a roll back there. Trevino, birdie attempt. Curving. Oh. He'll remain tied for 5th. We'll head over to 14. Howard Twitty at the par 3 14. Watson to tee off. Twitty for birdie. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, comes just so short. He'll tap in for par. That'll break the... Well, he had a par in the last hole, but... Watson for birdie. He'll also stop short of the hole and settle for par. 4 holes left for this pairing. And we'll watch Willie Wood as he plays the 18th hole. As he acknowledges the gallery who's been following him today. Second shot here on the par 418. Wood for birdie attempt, could pull within 2, and then the weight in the clubhouse. Oh, we can make it. No, gonna fall short. Settle for par. He'll end the day with a 66 for the 4th round. Finish the tournament at 8 under. So he's going to have to sit out the next hour or so here in the clubhouse. You're watching the Los Angeles Open here on the Replay Sports Channel. PGA 84 replay. I'm Glenn Walker. Glad you could join us. Take you over to the 6th hole. Par 3, 192 yards. Tommy Nakajima. The 6th hole, 2-tiered green. You have the bunker right in the middle. Great birdie opportunities here. John Mahaffey, the leader at 11 under. So now, Mahaffey's faced with that choice. Not much of a choice. He's going to have to chip over that bunker from where the ball is at. Nakajima, oof, that kind of skimmed the edge there, and it goes off the green into the rough. Got a little back spin on there from Mahaffey, and it will come to a stop. Nakajima to chip. And may have to settle for a bogey here. Mahaffey for par. Saves par. Nakajima. Oh. First slip up we've seen from him today, and he's going to settle for a double bogey. Oof. That'll drop him. It's going to drop him 7 places into 9th at 7 under. Whew. So the wheels fall off for Nakajima here on the 6. We go to 7, Jack Renner at the par 4. 7th hole. Down the middle of the fairway. As I was mentioning at the beginning of the broadcast, if you forgot, Action PC Golf is the game we're using. You can get it from DK Sports. Last time I checked, this game is free. Free. Check it out. Get it. Download it. A lot of great courses, a lot of great seasons which you can buy. They always have sales. They always have things that are you can get free. Also, they have an Action PC Sports community of fan-created courses as well. So Renner and Burns playing on the 7th hole here. Renner's away. He'll shoot first. Just stays on the green. George Burns. But they have all other great sports. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Encourage you to check them out. I broadcast most of the other sports. Well, I should say all the other sports. You know, football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Make sure to like and subscribe. You get alerts when new shows are coming out. Renner for birdie. Oh, he makes the birdie. First one today. And Renner moves up into a tie for 2nd. Burns with a birdie opportunity. Just to the right. And he'll settle for par. But Renner making the move. Over to the 8th hole. Lon Hinkle. Lon has been finding the fairways a lot here today. Fuzzy Zeller tees off. A little interaction there between Fuzzy and his caddy. Fuzzy's 2nd shot. That one's going to be in a tree behind the green. Gonna have a little difficulty there. Hinkle's 2nd shot. On the green for Hinkle. Zeller's got some work to do here. Chip onto the green. And let's see, I think Hinkle's away here. Birdie attempt for Hinkle. Try to pull within 2. Just missed it. He'll settle for par. Stay within 3. Zeller to try to hold on to par here. And he does. Fuzzy will stay at 7 under. Frank Connor at the 10th hole. And Connor, it's going to go past the green and into that back bunker. Oof. Punches his way out. We got a nice spin on that. Oh, we got to watch that one again. Let's watch the replay of that one again. Just whoop. That's incredible. So Connor saves par and will remain tied for second. Renner, Connor, and 20 are all at 9 under. Over to 11, Lee Trevino. Trevino's third shot finds the green here on the par 5 11. Got to start making birdies here. Boom. There he goes. And Lee Trevino moves up into a tie for second. Got a feeling we're in for an exciting back nine here on final round Sunday of the Los Angeles Open. Over to 15. Howard Twitty. Tom Watson's tee shot right down the middle. Twitty's second shot's going to be in those trees. And I think he's right on the edge of the cart path there. Kind of a tough situation there for Twitty. Watson's second shot. And he finds some woodwork there as well. So both golfers in a little bit of trouble here on 15. Twitty up and over the tree. Had to contend with cart path there. Watson up and over, and oh, just past the hole. Twitty to save par. And it's going to go to the left. Twitty's going to have to settle for bogey. It's his third bogey of the day. Now drop him down to a tie for fifth. Watson to save par. He does. And he'll remain tied for ninth. Over to the seventh hole. Par 4, toughest drive of the entire course. John Mahaffey. Looks like he mastered that drive. Now it's Nakajima's turn. Par 4, 399 yards. Nakajima's second shot. And he finds the green. Mahaffey with his second shot. Nakajima for birdie to try to pull within 3. That one's to the right. Mahaffey, birdie attempt. Oh, stays outside. He'll tip in for par, stay at 11 under. And Nakajima will settle for par. He'll remain at 7 under. Jack Renner at the 8th. Burns his tee shot. Left side of the fairway. Couple of weeks, Palm Beach Classic at Eagle Trace Golf Club. We'll have the final round for you. Renner, second shot. Renner will stay on the green with a good attempt at birdie there. Burns his second shot. And it's going to find some rough at the left side of the green. Burns chip shot. Renner for birdie, try to pull within 1. And it's to the left of the hole. Burns tries to save par, and he does. That one went around the rim for a second. Renner for par.
The following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
Hello and welcome back to Pacific Palisades Country Club for continuing final round coverage of the Los Angeles Open. Hi everybody, Glenn Walker from the Replay Sports Channel studios. I'm going to take you back out to Los Angeles and an exciting final round of golf. Brought to you by the Replay Sports Channel. As we go back to our event in Los Angeles, we'll take you out to the scoreboard, pick up where we left off here a little earlier. Had to pause our live coverage for a few moments. Wasn't affecting your watching pleasure. So when we last left you, John Mahaffey is leading through 7 holes. He's at 11 under. And we have 2 players tied for second, Jack Renner, Frank Connor. I'm sorry, 3 players, and Lee Trevino tied at 9 under. And we have 4 players at 8 under, George Burns, Lon Hinkle, Howard Twitty, and Willie Wood. And several players at 7 under. So we'll pick up where we left off. And take you to the 8th hole. Par 4 8th hole gives you several options. You can lay up in front of the left bunker, or you can go right fairway with just short iron shot. And John Mahaffey chose the latter. Right fairway, short iron shot to the green. Nakajima going to take the right fairway as well. Nakajima attacking the green. It's going to go left and it'll end up in the rough. Par 4, 403 yards. Mahaffey's second shot. He's going to go left and he's going to be near a tree there. Mahaffey with some work to do. He'll chip onto the green and has the opportunity to save par here. Nakajima's third shot. And both players with par opportunities here. 58 degrees, hardly no wind today. As Mahaffey and Nakajima will par the hole and move on to the 9th. 58 degrees, beautiful weather here in Los Angeles. Taking you around the golf course, Jack Renner on the 9th hole. And this one's right down the middle of the fairway. Renner at 9 under. 2 shots back of the leader. This one's going to drift a little left and it's going to drop into the bunker. Renner's third shot punches out, and he's going to be near the hole. Look at that. Nice recovery by Renner, and a par opportunity here for Jack. So he'll end the front 9 by staying 9 under for the tournament and tied for third with Lee Trevino and Howard Twitty. Frank Connor on the 12th. And that one's just going to be just on the left side of the fairway there. Connor, 10 under in second. Driving for the green. Connor with a birdie opportunity here and a tie for the lead. A hush falls over the crowd. It's going to drift to the right, and he's going to have to settle for a par. So Connor will remain one back. Lee Trevino on the 13. This one's going to just drop off the fairway on the right side. Par 4, 439 yards, 13th hole. Trevino has stayed in the running today, as his second shot finds the left-hand side of the green. Birdie attempt for Trevino. And that one's going to drift to the right. And he's going to putt for par. Just misses the hole to the left. And his first bogey of the day will drop him into a tie for 6th at 8 under. First bad hole of the afternoon for Lee. We move over to 17. Howard Twitty made a brief run today. Fell into some trouble as the afternoon wore on, and now he's in the rough just to the left side of the fairway. Par 5, 566 yards. Probably the toughest hole on the entire course. Attacking the green. Twitty with an opportunity for birdie here. Birdie'd pull within one. And it's going to be just to the left of the hole. He'll have to settle for par. So Twitty heads to the final hole. 2 shots back of the leader, John Mahaffey. Over to the 9th hole. You've got the fairway cross bunkers there to deal with, and Mahaffey's ball is going to go right past the cart path and near the clump of trees there. Hitting the ball there, you're either forced to lay up short or head right of the left bunker there. And Mahaffey went well right. Nakajima. Started the day in second. Had some difficulties. He's now dropped to 7 under, 4 back of Mahaffey. They had to clear some of the gallery there for Mahaffey to Get a clean shot there. Gets it back on the fairway. Nakajima's second shot, heading for the green. And he doesn't clear that second bunker. Hit the lip and fell right back down. So Nakajima's troubles continue. Mahaffey's third shot. On the green, get some backspin. He will try to save par and his lead. Nakajima from the bunker. No backspin at all there. Nakajima for par. Oh, just missed. Mahaffey for par. He'll have to settle for bogey, and he drops into a tie with Frank Connor. The first bogey of the day for Mahaffey, and it's costly. Nakajima, his second bogey of the day, will drop him to 11th in a tie with Levi, Watson, and Aoki at 6 under. But the big news item coming out of the front 9 is John Mahaffey drops into a tie with Frank Connor. And the news spreading around the course as Renner tee shot here at the par 4 10th. George Burns. Shot goes left, but stays on the fairway. Tenth hole, par 4, 302 yards. Burns attacking the green, gets some backspin on it. And he's in good position for a birdie attempt there. Renner's second shot. Drops in nicely. So Burns and Renner with some makeable birdie attempts here on the 10th. Renner goes first. Drops in, and we have a three-way tie for first as Renner moves to 10 under. Can Burns move within one? Oh, he didn't read that one right at all. Did not go the way he thought it was going to go. He had to settle for par. And Burns will be tied for 6th at 8 under. So we have a three-way tie for first. So the buzz is growing here at Pacific Palisades. Final round Sunday. Let's head over to 11. Buzzy Zeller will tee off. Right down the middle of the fairway. Buzzy coming off that win in East Honolulu last week. Lon Hinkle hanging around. That one's going right, though. Cart path bounce, though. Kicks it back to the left, so I'm sure some of you watching have gotten one of those cart path bounces and helped you out before. That one helped the Hinkle out there. Hinkle's just going to try to get that back on the fairway, which he does there. It's a par 5, 552-yard hole. Fuzzy. Second shot. Finds the fairway. And a nice approach shot for his third shot toward the green. Hinkle's third shot. Heading toward the green, back of the green. And it's going to roll just off into the rough. Fuzzy's third shot, drifting right, but it's going to make it to the green. Fuzzy with a makeable birdie attempt here. Hinkle with the chip shot. We'll try to save par here on 11. Fuzzy for a tie for first. It rolls out. And Hinkle misses his par putt. So Hinkle will settle for bogey. And Fuzzy for par. So Fuzzy tied with Twitty for fourth at 9 under. Hinkle will drop to 10th, all by himself in 10th at 7 under. So the scoreboard people have been very busy here over the last half hour or so, with the moving the names around back and forth. Going to take a look for the first time today at Gordon Brand Jr., the Scotsman. He's been hanging around. He's sitting at 8 under. Finds the fairway on the 12th hole. Paired up with Paul Azinger today. And that one's going to drop into the bunker. Brand's third shot. Punches out of the bunker. Sets himself up nicely for a par putt. And it's going to stay right. Didn't curve left at all. And Brand's going to have to settle for a bogey. Second bogey of the day. And that'll put him into a tie with Lon Hinkle in 9th at 7 under. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Replay Sports channel. In addition to golf, we have football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. A lot of great replays for you to check out. Over to 14. I'm sorry, 13, Frank Connor. Part of that three-way tie for first. Connor gets a great tee shot here on the par 4. 13th. And a great second shot. Puts him on the green. The pin location is toward the back. Studies his shot, talks to his caddy for a moment. He's ready to go. Long putt attempt for birdie and the lead. It's drifting left. Connor, went at that one a little too hard, and he's going to end up with a bogey. So Connor drops out of the lead and drops into third in a tie with Zeller and Twitty at 9 under. So it's how fast things can happen here at the Los Angeles Open. Now we head over to 14 and Lee Trevino. Par 365 yards. pumping the brakes on that one. Stays just on the green. Trevino with a birdie attempt here. Hugging the line of the drive of the rough. He's going to be a little bit short there. Try to pop it in for par, but it's going to stay left. Settle for bogey. 2 bogeys in a row for Lee. Holes dwindling down for Lee, as he is now in a 3-way tie for 8th. Head over to 18. Howard Twitty. That one's going to be left side of the fairway. Second shot. Pin location. Left back of the green. And he's just on the green. Just on the fringes of the green. Birdie attempt. Try to put him into a tie for the lead. Oh, did you see that? Howard Twitty finishes his round by being part of the 3-way tie. We'll watch that one again on the replay. Great shot by Howard Twitty. So he'll go to the clubhouse with a share of the lead here in the Los Angeles Open. He'll have to wait. Take you over to the 10th hole. John Mahaffey to tee off. That one's going left. That one's going left. Oh. Jack Nicklaus, the great Jack Nicklaus, described this hole as the best 10th hole in major championship golf. Longer hitters can drive it, but accuracy is required, and as we saw there with Mahaffey's shot. Nakajima's turn. A little bit better, and he's going to try to lay up in front of the bunker, but not successful. Mahaffey, second shot gets him back on the green. Good recovery from Mahaffey. Nakajima punches it out, and he ends up in one of the 3 bunkers that surround that green. Third shot for Nakajima. Trying to right the ship here as he starts the back 9. Mahaffey for birdie and sole possession of first. He'll have to settle for par and stay in that 3-way tie with Renner and Twitty. Nakajima for par. Ugh. And Nakajima continues to fall. Third bogey of the day drops Nakajima to 13th. 5 under. Take you over to the 11th hole. Jack Renner tied for first. Just on the fringe of the fairway in front of those trees on the left side. Par 5, 552-yard 11th hole. George Burns, tee shot. Right down the middle of the fairway. Burns 3 shots back. Renner's second shot. Burns just off the fringe of the fairway there. Renner's third shot. Pin placement, right center, and Renner will get a nice kickback there. Burns with a chip onto the green. Burns and Renner with birdie attempts here. Burns to pull within 1. Got it. Third birdie of the day for George Burns. Moves to 9 under. Renner for a 1-shot lead. He's got it. Back-to-back birdies for Jack Renner, and he takes sole possession of first place. Over to 12, Fuzzy Zeller on the par 4 12th hole. Lon Hinkle at 7 under. Finds the middle of the fairway. Zeller going for the green, and it's drifting left. Fuzzy's going to have some work to do there. Hinkle's second shot. Oh, it hits some woodwork, and he's going to bounce off into the fairway. So Hinkle's gotten lucky a couple of times when it comes with the woodwork there. Zeller chips over the tree, but not much more. A little bit of a roll there. Hinkle's third shot. Both players trying to save par here. Hinkle just tried to stay within 4. Spins out. Fuzzy to stay within 2. He does. Fuzzy remains tied for 4th. Hinkle, bogey attempt. Back-to-back bogeys for Hinkle. That's going to drop him down to 10th. Gordon Brand Jr., the Scotsman, on 13. Fairway. Second shot going for the green. Brand for birdie. Try to pull within 3 here. That one's gonna fall short. He'll settle for par. That one spun around for a bit. Nice recovery after the bogey on 12. And he will stay tied for 8th with Trevino. Over to 14, Frank Connor. Places the ball right near the middle of the green. Birdie attempt here for Connor. And we'll have to settle for par. Connor will remain tied for fourth. Over to 15. Lee Trevino's tee shot. Right down the middle. He's been finding the middle of the fairway here today. Trevino, birdie attempt to pull within 3. And that one misses to the right. Makes par and holds on to a share of 8th place. Over to the 11th hole. Mahaffey. This is the hole where you got to have 2 well-placed shots. Your first 2 shots have got to be good. Mahaffey got the first one. And there's the second one. And now that sets him up to pitch up onto the green, an opportunity for birdie. Mahaffey now for birdie and for a tie for the lead with Renner. That was textbook. That's exactly how you play this hole. And Mahaffey back into a tie for first with Renner at 11 under. Howard Twitty sitting in the clubhouse at 10 under, keeping up with events out on the course. Jack Renner at the 12th. And George Burns gets a nice shot off the tee. And Renner ends up in the bunker. Burns' second shot. He avoided some of the word work there. Renner punches out of the bunker. Has an opportunity to save par. Renner, third shot. Renner to stay tied. Got it. Burns to stay within 2. Hey, everybody on the back 9 now. We head over to 13. Fuzzy Zeller's tee shot. Pin placement, back left corner. Fuzzy drives. Birdie opportunity for Fuzzy. Try to pull within one. And it's going to stay to the left. For par, and drops. To 14. Gordon Brand Jr. Birdie attempt. Try to pull within 3. And he's going to be just short. Stay at 4 under. To 15, Frank Connor. Going for the hole. And Frank Connor is looking at a birdie attempt that could pull him to within 1 of the leader. He's got it. 5th birdie of the day for Connor. Tied for 3rd with Howard Twitty. On 16, Lee Trevino. The ball landed with a thud on the green. Long birdie attempt here for Lee. It's going to stay left of the hole and keep rolling. Third birdie of the day, and they've all come on the back 9 for Lee, and that'll drop him down to 10th. It's coming down to just a handful of golfers here on the last few holes, over to 12. Par 4, 473-yard 12th hole. Mahaffey's tee shot finds fairway. You have the deep bunker on the left over by what's called Bogey's Tree, named after the Hollywood actor Humphrey Bogart. Mahaffey's second shot going left, and it's in the trees on the left-hand side. Mahaffey punches it out, goes by the hole. Birdie attempt. Try to work his way into a tie for first. He hangs on to a share of the lead. After a rough second shot. Jack Renner, tee shot at 13. It's drifting right. just off the fringe of the fairway there. Burns having a little bit better success, but then it bounces and then goes right. Renner's second shot finds the green. And Burns will follow suit. Gets inside Renner's ball. Renner for a birdie and a one-shot lead. Burns try to pull within one. Oh, so close. He'll settle for par. Renner will settle for par. Ooh, that almost lipped out. So Renner and Mahaffey remain tied. Take you over to 14. Fuzzy Zeller at 9 under. 2 shots back of the leaders. Try to pull within one here. And we'll settle for par. He's been bogey free through 14. Over to 15. And Brand doesn't like it, and that's why. Oof. In that clump of trees to the right of the fairway. Got a tough shot. Oh, he almost made it past the lip of the bunker there. For par, and to stay within 4. Brand will have to settle for bogey. Third bogey on the afternoon. We'll drop him down to 6 under. Over to 16. Over, yeah, Frank Connor. Drops that one right in the middle of the green. Got an opportunity to tie for the lead. He's been circling the pack all day. And he'll have to settle for par. That one bogey on 13, that might be the deciding factor for Connor when he looks back on this round. Back over to 13. Par 4, 439-yard hole. Mahaffey's going right. And that'll be in the rough just in front of a couple of trees there. Nice second shot. Mahaffey with an opportunity for birdie and to take sole possession of first. And have to settle for par. Mahaffey entered the day as the leader after the third round. You stayed near the top all day. Over to 14. Your other co-leader, Jack Renner. Burns, who's 2 shots back. Another round of birdie opportunities for these 2 golfers. Renner trying to get sole possession of first. Ooh. Just missed. Burns to pull within 1. And he's going to stop short. And Renner will stay tied for first. Burns will stay within 2. At 15, Fuzzy Zeller. Just a few holes left for Fuzzy. Trying to win back-to-back tournaments. One in Honolulu last week. Just gets over the bunker and onto the green. For a birdie. And stops short. Settles for par. He'll remain at 9 under. Frank Connor, next to last hole. Connor has a clear shot to the green here for his 3rd shot. Get that back spin. Connor with an opportunity to make it a 3-way tie for the lead. And he does. 6th birdie of the day for Frank Connor as he heads to 18. Over to 14. Par 3, John Mahaffey. 14th hole, considered by many to be the easiest hole on the course. Wide open green with the 2 bunkers in front. Mahaffey for birdie and a 1-shot lead. Needs this. And stops short. So Mahaffey will stay tied at 11 under. Over to 15. Renner finds middle of the fairway. And Burns' ball will trickle just onto the rough on the left-hand side. Renner approach shot to the green. Great birdie opportunity there for Renner. Burns still has some work to do. Burns for par. Renner for birdie and a one-shot lead. No. The opportunity was there. Couldn't take advantage of it. Burns go for bogey and drop to 8 under. To 16. Fuzzy Zeller. Ball drifting right. Stays just right on the edge, right before the bunker. Gonna have to hit a chip shot here. Needs this par shot here to drop. Ooh, and it does. 2 holes remaining. Fuzzy's 2 shots behind. Frank Connor, one of our co-leaders. And that one just to the right of the fairway. Just missed a tree. It's going right again. Oh, goodness. Connor needs this to try to save par. So Connor try to save par here and go into the clubhouse tied for first. Just missed it. And Connor will end with a bogey, and he will drop to 10 under and a tie for third. So he's going to head to the clubhouse and watch the next few holes on television. Over to 15. Tee shot's a real test for golfers here. Got to be able to hit the power fade here. A good tee shot helps the approach shot to the green so much easier. Mahaffey, though, to the left of the fairway. Second shot on this par 4, 466-yard 15th hole. Needs to get on the green here. Two-way tie with Jack Renner. Overshoots the green, but gets some backspin. He's still on the rough. Gonna need a good long roll here to save par, and he's not gonna be able to do it. So Mahaffey, second bogey of the afternoon, drops into second. Jack Renner, sole possession of first. Renner, awaiting to tee off over on 16, sees the change at the scoreboard. As he tees off on 16, that shot goes left. I'm sure seeing that scoreboard change kind of had an impact on him. Got to regroup and reset here, which he does on the second shot. And a tap in for par. So with 2 holes left to play, Jack Renner with a 1-shot lead here at the Los Angeles Open. Renner started the day at 8 under. Now has an opportunity for a win. First win of the season. Fuzzy Zeller at 17. And that's going right. Approach shot to the green. He needs a birdie here. To pull within 1. He's going to be just short of the hole. Another par. And Fuzzy goes to the 18th hole at 9 under, 2 back of the leader, Jack Renner. Take you to 16. Golfer needs an accurate mid-iron shot here. Mahaffey tees off. That's straight down the middle. Oh, when he's needed it, it's been there. Birdie opportunity for Mahaffey to get back into a 2-way tie with Jack Renner. Got it. So we're back into a 2-way tie between John Mahaffey and Jack Renner. Speaking of Jack Renner, let's take you over to 17. Renner's tee shot. Finds the fairway. Late afternoon drama here on a Sunday at the Los Angeles Open. So Renner with a birdie opportunity here to retake sole possession of first place. Caddy asks for quiet. And the ball stays left. He'll settle for par. We remain tied at 11 under between John Mahaffey and Jack Renner. Over at 18, Fuzzy Zeller playing the final hole. Fuzzy's going to really need to go all out here. He's attacking the hole. It's going to go right. And Fuzzy's going to have to settle for par. First bogey of the day, and it happens on the 18th hole. So Fuzzy will drop to 8 under and a tie for 6. Two holes left for John Mahaffey. Longest hole on the course, 17. Par 5, 566 yards. Just like an earlier hole, you got to have two big shots here. And Mahaffey, when it has come time, he's answered the call each and every time. Now he's got to attack the green. Going to the right. Mahaffey with an opportunity for birdie and sole possession of first here at the 17th. And it stays right. He'll settle for par. So Mahaffey heads over to 18 and a two-way tie with Jack Renner. Speaking of 18, let's head over there now as Jack Renner prepares to tee off. Huge crowd gathered in and around the clubhouse to watch this final round come down to the final hole. Renner gets off an amazing second shot. Makes his way through the gallery. Talks to his caddy. Measures the final shot. Opportunity to take the lead, sole possession of the lead, and then sit and watch. Mahaffey finishing up at 17. Also an interested observer as well. Renner for birdie. And it goes left. So Renner will make par. He finishes his round with a 68. He's 11 under for the tournament. And it comes down to the final hole for John Mahaffey. 18th hole here at Pacific Palisades. It's one of the most unique recognized finishing holes in golf. The green lays just below the clubhouse in what many call a natural amphitheater. What a perfect setting for the final twosome. So Mahaffey here, he's going to probably use a long iron here to approach the green. Looks good. Looks really good. John Mahaffey walks up to the 18th green, receiving applause and recognition. All he's got to do is make a birdie putt to win the Los Angeles Open. Stewards are asking the gallery to be quiet. Mahaffey taking his time. A birdie and the win. He's done it. John Mahaffey with a birdie on 18 to win the Los Angeles Open. How exciting. So final round dramatics. It came down to Mahaffey and Renner. Renner had to settle for par on 18. Mahaffey, when the chips came down, Mahaffey gets the birdie. He ends the tournament at 12 under. And as you see the rest of the scoreboard there. So congratulations to John Mahaffey. Wins the Los Angeles Open at 12 under. Again, our next tournament will be the Palm Beach Classic in a couple of weeks at Eagle Trace Golf Club. So make sure to check us out there. Make sure to like and follow and subscribe to the Replay Sports channel. This has been Glenn Walker. Thanking you for joining us. Have a great day.